Good morning, everybody. Judea Hartley here. Happy Friday once again, folks. All right, party people, you guys know that we teased at the top of the show that we have a flat-out fantastic guest for you guys today. He is a musician. He is an artist. He is a rapper. He is a musical producer. He is a performer. He is an entertainer, all in the person of Benjamin McMICHAEL, a.k.a. Benji's. Why don't you show your love, everybody? Woo! Yes! So excited. All right, so Benji, thank you so much for joining us here on the AM show. You know, we've known each other forever, you guys, even though Benji is an incredible musician. He is also like a brother to me, so I'm super stoked and so happy that you've joined us today. So, Benj, you do it all. I know you write, I know you rap, I know you produce, I know you have that musical ear, and you perform. Let's start at the genesis of your, of your career pursuit. How did you get into music?
Well, I grew up in like the church.
Yeah.
So that was like my, initial, genesis, I would say, into music, because, that's heavy music culture. My brother is also a singer.
Yeah.
So I kind of like, always grew up with him singing in the house. And then I have so many brothers, so it's like you get a bunch of different stuff with like hip hop music and R&B, then you get the gospel, because of course my parents are church people. So, I got a good mixture of a lot of good music. So it was always like a big thing in my house, music.
I love that. So you guys, Benjamin is absolutely right. So as I just mentioned, his family and my family, incredibly close. We grew up together, and your older brother can really, really sing. I mean, sing you out of the water. Incredible voice. And Benji, you are in music, just in a different sector. So you rap. I know you rap. I follow your stuff. Just really, really good quality music. How did you get into rapping? Because we know brother sings, and we know daddy preaches, and we know there's a plethora of different genres of music that are always playing in our house. We know that. So what made you, what inspired you to get into rapping specifically?
Well, I always had a lot to say.
Ooh.
I always had a lot to say. I always was very opinionated.
Yeah.
I got in trouble for it in school. I got in trouble everywhere I went because I had always had an opinion, a strong one, and I always liked to be informed of my opinion since I was young, because my mom taught me that. So because of that, it built that I guess that wordsmith in me.
Yeah.
And then I was so big in sports. When you play sports, mantras, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
So it just started in the locker rooms, and I was good at it. From being like really young, 14. Just rapping with my friends, having fun, and playing football, playing basketball. And I always have so much to say. So once I really figured out that I had so much to say, and I also like just rapping, it was all just made sense. Music, message, everything about it, really.
Absolutely. I love that. And Benji, I absolutely agree with you, because I really do believe that when we have a lot to say, we have to channel that in some way. Is it going to be through dance? Is it going to be through writing plays? Is it going to be through music? Like, how are we going to channel the energy that we feel, the trauma that we're experiencing, our pain, our victories? What's the outlet? How are we going to release this and convey these messages to other people? So I love that you chose rap. It's almost like you put it in poetry form.
Literally.
And I love that. I love that, my brother. So with that being said, who is your favorite rapper? Like, is it, because I love me some Tupac. I love a Tupac. I love Biggie. I love those old school rappers. Who really, really inspired you in the music industry?
I'm inspired by so many people in the music industry, honestly. I mean, like you said, Tupac.
Yeah.
You have to be inspired by him.
Yes.
DMX, I was big inspired by, because how his passion, how he wears heart on his sleeve.
Yeah.
I'm a big Nas fan.
Ooh.
Because he's also a poet. He speaks, different perspectives, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I also like the new stuff. The Little Durks.
I
like some of that little sound too. So but I love all types of music, honestly.
Yes, absolutely. I just binge, like, when I listen to music, and rap is like rap me depending on what decade you grew up in, depending on what neighborhood you grew up in, your circumstance, like all of that influences what you listen to and what you connect to. So when I listen to the Jay-Z, when I listen to the Nas, when I listen to the Biggie, the Busta Rhymes, I really feel like they speak to community, right? It's almost like what we go through and how we make it out. It's our truth unapologetically. And then when I listen to the Lil Durk and when I listen to the Baby or some of the newer artists now, Travis Scott, Lil Uzi Vert. No, Lil Uzi Vert is a lot, but you know what I mean. When I listen to he's a lot. But when I listen to the newer artists, it's almost like that Southern Atlanta twang that I can sort of vibe to as well. And I think we need both. I think we need both. So speaking of just really combining the generation that we're in now and who we drew inspiration from, how did you handle your first musical performance? We're gonna get into who you worked with. I read your bio, my brother. But how did you Benj? Where was it, and how did you handle that?
My first, music. It was never actually a big thing to me because, like I said, I grew up, performing. Like in church, like when I was really young, I grew up performing. So by the time I actually was ready to, do music, it was really just getting the music, how I wanted to express myself down. The performing and everything was just natural. Yeah, it was just really natural,
So do you love to perform at clubs? Do you love, are you open to that, Benji? If somebody wanted to book you to perform at a club or to perform at a venue or to be featured, maybe a choir's performing and they need a rapper to be featured on a set on Carnegie Hall, are you open to all of those things?
I'm open to all of those things, because that's all my outlets that I want to do. Because I also want to do, music and performing for children and youth as well. And so I definitely want to have every outlet to get messages out, to get my voice out, to get, what I'm trying to promote, which is unity and love and community out, what I mean? So, of course, they are expressed different ways, but that's what music is, different ways of expression.
Absolutely, and I love that you mentioned children, Benji, because I did not know this as your sister, but I read in your bio that you're actually a part of nonprofit organizations. Restoring Faith Church, I believe, and then another one had to do with children. Tell me about your partnership with those nonprofits.
Well, that's something I've really always done, even when I was really young. When I was young, I used to go to one time I went to it because I got in trouble.
Okay.
He
was always in trouble.
So us and a group of kids went to like a little thing where they take you to a seminar, and they take you to let you know to scare you straight in a way. And I kind of thought this is really impactful, and I know other people that could really use this. So from then I would try to get my friends from a young age. I would try to get my friends to come to those type of events, to come to community days for church events.
And this was with which one, Benj? Which nonprofit was this?
No, this was when I was young in church.
Okay, got it.
So that kind of built up. So now I've been doing that for about 8 years now. I worked in hospitals and dietary for Kings County Hospital. I've definitely worked for different organizations as far as helping people with autism, people who have drug abuse problems, coming out of jail, mental developmental issues. I'm big on that. I'm big in that community. I'm trying to help. I've always been big in the youth community, organizing events and stuff like that. I really want to have a bigger platform and have more resources to do bigger things.
Absolutely.
But I'm fine on the ground level, just doing as much as I can.
Yeah, I love that. What I hear is that you're bringing, because of your life experiences and what you've learned as a man in this world, it's to me it sounds like you're bringing your personal experience to an organization that you resonate with, and then you can incorporate your musical ability there in some way. Whether that be through a summer carnival with youth. I understand whether that be through a community barbecue with youth, whether that be through a back to school concert. We can incorporate advocacy and music because they can be present. They can work in tandem simultaneously. So with that being said, I'm curious because I'm really trying to get into songwriting a little bit. I am, Benji. What is your process like? When you hear do you hear the beat first or do you hear the words first? What's your songwriting process like?
It's really organic. is really organic.
Okay.
So sometimes I do hear the words first. And when I do, I just put them down.
Yeah.
I put the words down and then I find where it needs to go. But sometimes I just, a lot of times actually the more, because I do music with a lot of people, so it's like kind of like, hey, put the music on the beat on and then see what you can get from that. And I'm really good at it, like, making something out of nothing, or maybe somebody has an idea and I make so much more out of it. That's really my thing. So, I think my process is really just letting the music play. And then letting flow. And letting my real, genuine mood that I'm in and energy that I'm in, and then just really let that express myself, and then instead of like trying to force a theme or have an idea specifically of what I want to do.
Yeah, I respect that. I heard Jay-Z say that actually. Hov said that. He said, no, sometimes a song is an experience frozen in time, and then sometimes I'm writing music and I feel like that right now. And I'm not going to try to combat what I feel. I'd rather put it into poetry form because I know that somebody else feels the same way I do. And that's why music is that huge connectivity factor. That's why it's universal. So with that being said, I know that you've worked with some incredible artists, and you've done some work with Lou Durk as well. There's been some association with Lou Durk. Oh yeah, tell me about that association.
Well, growing up, a lot of the dudes that I grew up with doing music, we've all branched out into different areas. So we've all done shows in different places. So when I do a show, I say, hey, I'm doing a show over here, guys. Y'all want to do a show with me? When they're doing a show, same thing. So that's how we cover a lot of ground. And one of my close friends that I grew with, Healthy Chill, he does music with Lil Durk all the time. So I was around. We do shows. Sometimes I'll do a show with him. Sometimes we'll be at a video shoot. But it's really cool doing a bunch of music with a bunch of people, because I've done music with a bunch of people. I've been in the studio and done work with MOP. Legends like that. Actually, that's how I met them, was doing a show. Like I won a showcase. And I won a showcase, and then from winning that showcase, I had got studio time. Then when I got studio time with that engineer, he says, come out to another freestyle showcase and do it there. So then when I came out to that freestyle showcase, it was like, whoever wins this showcase can get a studio session with MOP. I won the showcase, got MOP, got in a studio session with them. After that, met them a few more times in the studio, worked with them, in the same area, atmospheres. Did a show with them as well, so I get around, I've been around, and you try to keep your resources.
That's relationships.
That's really how you do it, because, you might not really have relationships with these people, but you have relationships and these people have relationships with these people. And that's how you get around, you make your ways around. And so that's basically, just keeping my tight, close relationships really good, and those resources have been great for me.
I love it. Let me tell you this before we go to a commercial break. I am so proud of you. I am so proud that Binge, you found your niche. You found what really, really speaks to you. I love that you're unapologetic about that. I know that you are going to perform for us, and I'm super excited because I'm excited, Binge, because I don't think I've ever seen you perform live, in person. Of course, I watch you on Instagram and I follow your work, of course. That's why you're here, and I'm so grateful for that. But I've never been to one of your concerts and one of your shows. And I don't think you want me to come, Binge, because I don't know if the environment is a little bit too rough. And he's like, we're not bringing Judea. Judea likes flowers and sunshine. We're not bringing Judea.
You know.
But I am so excited, just to hear you perform live. And you guys, that is exactly what Benji's is going to do for us. We're going to head on over to a quick commercial break. But don't you guys go anywhere, right? Hold tight to your seats, because when we return after these messages, we are in for a treat. Keep it locked, everybody. It's the AM Show.
All right.
Welcome back to the one and only AM Show. It is an incredible Friday on this morning. All right, party people, as promised, we are in part 2 of this incredible interview with the one and only Benjamin McMICHAEL, aka Benji's. Of course, he's a rapper, musician, artist, so many other great things. And as promised, Benjamin is going to perform one of his original songs entitled Lap 7 right here, right now on the AM show. So wherever you are, I want you to stand up, right? Gather your enthusiasm. I want you to give an AM round of applause and show your love for the one and only Mr. Benji.
Doing magic.
Dreaming.
Yeah.
Talking in your sleep.
Yeah.
I know you want to cry all night. Plotting,
Hard times never humble us.
scheming, finding
If it's lit, then you know it's up.
reason to
Get a flip, then
defend
you
all
know it's
the
us.
fighting.
Pray the Lord cover my body, cause if it's smoke, I won't never die. I know that they wanted us, but I hope that he covered us. Used to think smoking weed was my only relief. Now I know women and Hennessy ain't my peace. No, I know I need God, and I know I need his fee. Pray old dogs go to heaven, I hope they talking about me. Heard they talking about a mixtape. Taught them how to get my cake right. But you can never understand if you ain't break day for 100 straight nights. Used to flip for the cake pies. Used to make it on playtime. Using please for this play, yeah. Catch you tripping, that's a fade up. How to stay the bodega. A whole town full of players. Real G's gonna get them. Real G's moving silence. Make a move, perfect timing. Double up, Obi topping. If he ain't bro, he ain't hopping. If he a bro, then he watching. Fake gon' cap, we won't do that, we just get a bag. I can never cap, I just got a bag from I got a bag. Call them twinkle toes, we just gon' step and they just gon' heard he got a vest. It's cause they know I'm blessed, yeah. Hondo, he back. 7, we back. Queens, we back. New York City, we back. You know that we back. They know that we back. To the gang that we back. To the team that we back.
All right, so Benji, tell me about this song. What's like the overall message of this song? What you got going on? What you talking about?
Well, I'm basically just talking about growing up in an area where there's a lot of struggles, a lot of distractions.
Yeah.
You know, but just keeping your focus, keeping your motivation, keeping your drive, and persevering through.
Yeah.
And loving on your people, leaning on your people, and persevering through some hard times. That's all.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Now,
Marathon, baby. That's what's the laps. I'm on lap 7.
Yes, I love it.
Yes,
so
yes.
wait, where can people find your music, Benji? If they want to support, do you have upcoming projects? Where can they go?
They can go. I'm on Apple Music. I'm on Spotify. I'm on YouTube. You can look OTW Benji's.
Okay, and that's on Instagram.
That's on Instagram.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
Find my links for everything on Instagram as well under OTW_Benji's.
Yes, and you guys, OTW_Benji's. That's BENJIS. That's also where Benji will post so many of his upcoming live performances.
Definitely.
I'm sure, so people can follow you wherever you go when you are on the go. In conclusion, Benji, first of all, I'm so grateful that you came on the show. Super talented.
So thankful.
Oh, of course, absolutely. I believe in you.
Yes,
I believe in your talent. I believe this is just the beginning for you.
Yes.
I just want to know, how does your family support you? How does your family support you on this musical pursuit with rap?
Well, my family supports me in every way.
Yeah.
We're a very supportive family with each other. So, as far as with my musical support pursuit with rap, they know I'm big on music, they know I'm big in my message. So they try to, come out to my shows, promote, since forever, honestly. You know what I mean? They're much happier now that I'm more mature.
Right.
So
that means less trouble.
Yeah,
right.
So my mom can start coming out to some of my shows. So she's happier about that, and so.
Yeah, certainly. Well, shout out to mom and dad and sisters and so many of his brothers. Definitely sending you guys an AM show hug and so much love there. Benji, thank you so much. Super proud of everything that you've done and everything that you are going to do. All right, folks, thanks so much for welcoming my good brother. We're going to head on over to a quick commercial break, but don't you go anywhere because we have a little bit more, just a little bit more of the AM show when we return. Keep it locked, everybody. Have you been talking?